For our next theatrical production, Sisters Grimm are exploring a new culture with a personal connection. I'm Pietra Mello-Pitman, co-director of Sisters Grimm. I was born in Brazil, but raised in England, and I rediscover my roots as Sisters Grimm create Beleza, a global collaboration uniting two cultures through music and dance, in a theatrical spectacle with artists from the UK and Brazil. The natural world is evident even within the cities of Brazil, with 66% of Brazil's territory covered by forests. Beleza is a new story based on myths and legends from Amazonia, kept alive by the oral tradition of the Amazon tribes. At the heart of Beleza is the immense power of nature and the awesome beauty of the Amazon rainforest. The largest part of the rainforest is in Brazil. It is the heart and soul of Brazil. In fact, it is the heart, soul, and lungs of the world at large. In Beleza, Sisters Grimm combine the diverse artistic disciplines from Brazil and the UK. We decided to go to Salvador because it's where modern-day Brazil began, and Pedro Álvares Cabral discovered Salvador in 1500 and landed in the port there, and it's really where capoeira was born. The first day that we were in Salvador, we walked into the square and found ourselves straight away in the middle of a capoeira lesson. The street performers had dragged us in and made us stand still while they performed these incredible kicks. So close to our faces, we could feel the breeze brushing past our ears. Capoeira is a mix of dance, martial arts and sport, which has evolved from low lunges and guarding hand gestures to now include more acrobatic leaps and breakdance moves.
There was a tree near our hotel called a flamboyant tree. They had these amazing pods hanging from them. And I've been looking at them for a couple of days, wondering whether they might have seeds in them and whether we could perhaps use them for percussion. We're going to mic these up and then we're going to use them in the show. Obrigado. We went to see a show at the Coliseo. Took us through a history of Salvador, through the different dance styles, starting with almost religious icons and their characteristics. And it was an exhibition of cultures that are in Salvador. One of the big scenes in it was this capoeira scene, which was amazing. I mean, it was so athletic, so fast. And it was just very exhilarating because it was so eye-catching. But the women within the show definitely showed something of a bit of the pizzazz that we saw the women in Brazil tend to have. During our time in Brazil, we've been recording different sounds. For example, there are these incredible frogs, and there are lots of different sounds of frogs, but there's one that is quite high-pitched, but also has a lot of depth within the sound. There's also the sound of these cicadas that almost sound like electricity.
Sisters Grimm will weave elements of Brazilian culture into the characters of Beleza, finding contemporary ways of bringing cultural traditions into the modern day and drawing attention to a global concern. An area of rainforest the size of England disappears every year. Sisters Grimm will explore the threat of deforestation to the Amazon through their theatrical production, Beleza.